What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. So, we got a Grey Warden to go investigate, and a family home to reclaim from slavers. You know how I feel about slavers, so the fact that they're in my family home, of all things, just makes that even more assured of their demise. But first things first, let's see what we can learn about the Grey Warden.
If you're seeking aid, leave your name with my girl. We serve everyone here. No one came from Ferelden without trouble. But I can't give priority to anyone who's already found work and lodging.
I hear you know where I can find a Ferelden Grey Warden.
Only Ferelden Grey Warden I've heard of is sitting on the throne. We're out of the Blight's path now. Why would you need a warden?
The healer was one of them once, wasn't he? A warden?
Well, he's not now, and busy enough without answering fool questions about it.
Why are they so defensive? Maybe it's because of the Templars and the stringent rules about all this.
Who are you protecting?
You see what our
Clearly
people
somebody.
face in Kirkwall. They have no jobs, no homes. Most can barely buy bread. This healer, he serves them without thought for coin. He's closed their wounds, delivered their children.
And yet he needs to hide.
He's a good man. I won't lose him to the blighted Templars.
You mean he's a mage?
Would I stick my neck out for some purveyor of hensbane and leeches?
We would never turn someone over to the Templars, mistress. Never.
He doesn't want to be locked in the gallows just for using the gifts the Maker gave him.
Your healer is in no danger from me.
If this mage is an apostate, the Templars will find him.
No maid should suffer for an accident of birth.
I suppose it isn't my secret to keep. Anders has certainly been free enough with his services. Refugees in Darktown know to find the healer.
Well, we know the name
look
Anders.
for the lit lantern. If you have need enough, Anders will be within.
I asked at 30 farms for work.
Yeah, we know all about Anders from Dragon Age Awakening, my not-so-favorite friend. Again, I do love how this game directly ties into Dragon Age Origins like that. We're going to meet even more people from Awakening too, so it is very worth, at the very least, playing Origins and Awakening. I mean, to be honest, you should be playing Awakening whenever you play Dragon Age Origins.
Hey, we heard you in there.
It's
asking
literally
for the
like
healer.
Dragon Age 2 before
We
Dragon
know
Age 2.
what happens
So.
to mages in this town, and it ain't gonna happen to him.
I need the both of you to piss off.
Does this really seem like a good idea?
Let's show these folks a little Ferelden justice.
My Ferelden 2, you fool. Ferelden Justice. Oh god, is that my sword doing the knockback? Okay. Needless to say, I'm going to look what was doing that and take that off immediately. Why were you all flying away from me like sense? That's immunity to knockback. And he's dropped coin. I don't know why they were all flying around like that. Huh. Is it you? It's not. Okay, I don't know what the hell that was, but if I find the culprit to that, I'm taking that off because that's too much. I would actually like to play the game. Yeah, those peasants there are actually very reminiscent of the rabble in Dragon Age Origins that tries to get you on your way out of Lotharing. Same kind of thing. For some reason, they have it in their head that that's the way it needs to be. For some reason, and we could have talked them down. We could have showed them that Bethany was a mage right there. But why would I put my sister at risk for other people I don't know? We've been here a year, right? And so far, we've managed to keep them off us. However, I don't know how long that lasts for, and I'm certainly not going to risk losing that for some, like, random who thinks that, I don't know, he didn't even care to ask. He just thinks that something is the way that it is, and now he's willing to die for it. That's more fool him, so. We do have something to go take to somebody in Hightown, it seems, too, so I'll take care of that this episode. Although, ultimately, that is just a fetch quest. That's not like it needs much headway. I can just totally go turn those kind of things in between episodes. That is the entrance to our family, but first, go meet the man that is going to be on the receiving end of a lot of my commentary during this game, to say the least. And the last time we left with Anders, he had gotten rid of Justice. Justice left him. The spirit Justice, oh, my mistake. He's not possessed in Awakening, is he yet? Yeah, Justice returned to the Fade at the end of Awakening, so we thought.
I have made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
But to be honest, if you pay much attention to Anders inside Awakening, you kind of, I get the feeling he was always kind of destined for a position.
I'm just here to talk.
We're interested in getting into the deep roads. The rumor has it you were a warden. Do you know a way?
Did the Warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat. Poor Sir Pouncelot. He hated the deep roads.
And Anders, the coward, such as he is, he runs away from everything. He ran away from the Circle like 8 times, I think. And now he's run away from the Wardens. And my Warden, the hero of Ferelden, is the only reason this asshole even still has his head, because he was going to get decapitated for his nonsense foolery in the last game, and the only reason he didn't is because my Warden vouched for him. Now here he is, abandoning the Order and doing whatever he's doing in here.
You had a cat named Sir Pouncelot in the deep roads?
He was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a Genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood, too. The blighted Warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
So, you came to Kirkwall just to escape the Wardens?
You say that like it's a small thing. Yes. I'm here because there's no Warden outpost, no Darkspawn, and a whole host of refugees to blend in with. And some reasons of my own.
But what's the play here, Anders? Because you had a higher call-in with the Wardens. And you literally have the call-in, tick-tocking away your life force. The play here. You just planning on hanging around, living out the rest of your days?
I've always heard that joining the Wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the Darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the Archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
Like to abandon causes, don't you?
I'm part of an expedition into the deep roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted deep roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested. Although, a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
We don't have a choice.
Help my expedition reach the deep roads, and I'll do whatever you need.
You don't ask for my terms. What if I were asking for the Knight Commander's head on a spike?
Is that what you ask?
You decide. I have a Warden map of the depths in this area. But there's a price.
You steal that on your way out?
I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend. A mage. A prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
You want to make your friend an apostate?
That's such a weighted term. Yes.
A weighted term, it's what it
magic
is.
should serve man, not rule him. but I've yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything.
Then you haven't been looking.
It goes against no will of the Maker for mages to live as free as other men.
He's fucking delusional. He's yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything. Tevinter. The Blood Mages in Dragon Age Origins, of which the game you are in. The Blood Magic Magister in Awakening that's using blood magic to literally alter Grey Warden's minds and manipulate them. You know full well that there is a lot of mages that want to rule things, and you fancy yourself somewhat of a ruler yourself, don't you? So we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there, I suppose. For now,
I doubt the Divine would agree with that.
The Divine is only a mouthpiece for the Chantry. The Maker does not speak through her.
and you don't speak for all mages.
I do not seek debate, only your aid.
You lose that debate.
Tell me about your friend.
His name is Karl Thekla. He was sent here from Ferelden when Kirkwall Circle required new talent. His last letter said the Knight Commander was turning the Circle into a prison. Mages are locked in their cells, refused appearances at court, made tranquil for the slightest crimes. I told him I would come.
Are these accusations true?
Ask any mage in Kirkwall. Over a dozen were made tranquil just this year. The more people you ask, the worse the rumors become.
It's worth investigating, but I don't believe him off the bat like that.
How do you plan to break him out of the gallows?
I'm hoping it won't come to that. I sent Karl a message to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Maker willing, he'll be there, alone. But if there are Templars with him, I swear I'll free him from them, whatever the cost.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Karl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
You ever considered this might be bait?
You've convinced me. What's your plan?
I welcome your aid. I have already sent word for Karl to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Join us there, and we'll ensure that no matter who is with him, we all walk away free.
Sure.
Karl won't be able to get away until it's dark. Meet me at the Chantry at nightfall.
So I'm sure you can already fathom the things me and him are gonna butt heads over on this series. I'm sure you're already gathering where we fundamentally disagree on
I think this is the cellar door.
subjects of the universe.
Let's go in and see why Gamlen lied.
Let's. But for the meantime, we have a whole house full of slavers to massacre. Get off my lawn. Good God, that fire upgrade for Bethany is beefy. We're locked up. Now, it tells me that there might be some sneaky little traps somewhere around here, so I'm gonna walk Varric around. Stubby little Chad that he is. Like that. Damn, boy. Nice and easy. Got a portrait of our mother.
The Amell crest. Mother described it, but this is the first time I've seen it.
It's pretty.
Wouldn't it feel like something to live in a house with this above the door?
Make that a reality. I expected some of these chests to at least be locked, slightly.
Everyone stay still.
There it is.
Try not to make any.
You're already fireballing. Maybe it was just the sheer weapon size and the fact that they were peasants with no armor. Maybe that's why they were getting knocked back, because that hasn't happened again since. You fucked up. You're cooked. History of Kirkwall. Yeah, there's something extra reprehensible about Gamlens selling a ancestral home to slavers of all things. Because we used to be nobility. We were a very high-standing family, and now all of this is given to some scumbag.
Watch where you step.
I see it. I don't know what you think you're gonna do, asshole, but...
I knew I should slit his throat.
It's not gonna be enough, master slaver. Watch what happens. Scumbag. He's about to have a very bad day. Like I said. Them all around. You already used miasma, that's good. Get off my mage. Not the jacket. So can we do simple chest now? We can. That's good. That means we can slide on back to the Coterie Hall house at some point too. Make sure that we get that chest we couldn't open at the time. Or was that in the where was that? Was that in the Hall house or was that in the Hightown Castle? It was maybe the Hightown Castle. I'm not sure. Fuck.
That's the vault.
Alright, just go check stuff off camera.
Everything we want to know about our family is inside.
That is the head of an ogre. Is that my family that killed an ogre, or is that the Tavintas?
That should do it.
And take all of those goodies.
This is it! Grandfather's will. Mother needs to see this as soon as possible.
Go.
We'll take it to her right now.
You have some explaining to do, Uncle Gamlen.
Blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality.
Jeez.
It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
We found the will.
I bet that's a pleasant read.
He forgave you, Mother. Grandfather left you everything. Here, read it.
I should maybe...
You should what?
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her. The estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
We have a home, Mother. A real home.
They forgave me. Mother forgave me. But, Gamlen, how could you?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
I agree with him at face value, right? She left. She wasn't ever going to come back. They left her all the stuff. Like, what was he supposed to do? Like, he stayed here when she left and took care of the parents and all that stuff. Now, the last will is important, and last wishes are very important. He should have told her, and I'm sure Leandra would have been like, don't worry about it, it's yours. Like, what is she going to do? She's going to move back here and live in the estate? She already went to Ferelden. That was never going to happen. So he would have probably got the house like that. What I'm saying is I understand his perspective. The problem is, he ran this shit into the ground.
If it wasn't for the Blight, would we ever have come back here?
I always thought I would. But I suppose you three are Ferelden to your toes.
Look, sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make a willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount.
We can take care of that.
You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
I like the can-do attitude. Don't look at me like that, you scumbag. You betrayed your own dying parents' final fucking wishes. And then sold your sister up shit creek. And then put your niece and nephew into servitude. You have no right to look at me with any kind of disgust on your face.
So, what? Are you here to gloat? Gamlen's the idiot again. Gamlen's the fool who can't hold his money when it's given in a bloody silver basket.
Whose fault's that?
I tried, you know, when Leandra left. But no one was ever going to live up to her.
What was she like? As a girl?
We're only a year apart. But that was time enough for Leandra to get our parents wrapped firmly around her little finger. They showed her off at every opportunity. The beauty, the scholar, the light of their lives. As far as they were concerned, they should have stopped there.
That sounds like you added that part. Not your parents.
I've seen the nobles in this town. Your parents must have had a fortune. Where did it all go?
Well, it's not like I stood at the side of the wharf and hurled it over. I tried to invest it.
Right.
Got some good tips on trade in Kunari cheeses.
Fucking Kunari cheese.
And, you know, a man's got needs. I'm not denying I spent more on myself than I should have, but I figured it'd all work out.
Because that's how finances work. It just all works out.
So, the best way to make Daddy love you was to steal his money.
I changed their filthy sheets and
God, I
white
love sarcastic
through
Hawk.
2 bouts of the cholera, and the last word Father said was... Leandra. I'm not looking for love.
That must have
But
stung.
at least I got the money.
And here I was, just about to like you.
Yeah, that must have stung to be the one to take care of your dying parents, and then you don't get to ever feel appreciated. There's a lot that went into his decision to do that. He's not just irredeemable trash. He has his motivations, which they took the time to write. The Bone Pit. Hawk. If you're looking for work, there's a rich merchant in Hightown who's got trouble with his mining operation. If you haven't heard of the Bone Pit, the locals say it's cursed. I don't put much stock in it. But I had to turn down the job because of marchers in my crew making the rest superstitious. Go speak to Hubert Batrier in Hightown Market if you're interested, Murin. We did already speak to him. He's the one who called us a stupid Ferelden. Bait and switch. Hawk. A dwarf named Anso contacted the Red Iron looking for contract work. Wish I could take him up on it, but we've pressing business, so I recommended you. The dwarf pays well, so don't be a fool and miss out. Look for Anso in the Lowtown Bazaar at night if you're interested. Murin. We certainly are.
To the Viscount. If
Money
you
is
want
money.
more touching family stories, go to her.
Don't do much to help yourself, do you, Gamlen? Let's go strength, con, willpower. Sink one into each. For now. In terms of our level up, the last thing we did, I think the last thing we did was we got control, right? We still don't have destroyer unlocked because we need points in Vanguard. So Scythe is a very good ability. Killer Blow is also a really nice buff to Mighty Blow, but Scythe is that quick jump forward that cuts through enemies like cake. Let's grab Scythe. I don't have many activated abilities yet, so it'll add some variation into our gameplay. It'll be nice. Man, I really don't feel like I'm using this much. You can go over here for now, I guess.
Why don't you go pick up something at the market? You could use some air.
What? Hey!
Shoved out of his own home.
I can't believe Gamlen stole Mother's entire inheritance. I mean, I can believe it. That's the worst part. I would never turn against you.
You're a better person than Gamlen could ever be.
Well, hopefully we'll be out of here soon. You know, when we went to look for that will, I thought we were doing it for Mother, for what she lost. I didn't realize how much it would mean to me. To know I had grandparents who didn't hate me.
I wish they had lived long enough to see us come home.
Home. That's what it is, isn't it? I like saying that. We're not running away again. We're coming home.
Indeed. And we're gonna make it work really good.
Are you?
You have my word on that.
I wish I could do more for Mother. Carver's death. It's killing her slowly every day. But maybe if we can reclaim some of what she lost, it will help. I'd do anything to get us back a normal life.
Why did Mother and Father work so hard to keep you from the Circle? Would it have been so bad?
I guess at first, I was just a little girl. They didn't want to lose me. And once I had learned anything, what would the Templars do to an active apostate, not just a mage's blood child? It changed their lives, your life, Carver's, all because of who I am. Sometimes I wonder if it would have been so bad to be with my own kind, to serve the Chantry as Andraste demands.
What do you think Carver would have made of all this?
He would have hated this place. All the sneering nobles. He'd have gotten himself arrested the first day. And he would have wanted in on your Deep Roads expedition. Anything to make a name for himself. Sometimes I still can't believe he's gone.
You and me both.
Can you imagine if we'd grown up here? Been nobility?
Had grandparents who bought me your Legion silk dresses and gave you the family broadsword. Father was a good man, but Mother gave up so much for him. Of course, if she hadn't worked up the nerve to elope, she probably wouldn't have been able to resist the Templars either. If we'd been born here, you'd been nothing more to me than a name the Circle kept in my file.
Well, I'm glad that's not the case.
We are going to make this our home, Bethany. I promise you.
I hope so, brother. I'm so very tired of running.
Yeah, she's been on the run, hiding who she is basically her whole life. It wasn't Templars, it's Spawn and the rest of the things we've dealt with, the family unit. I think it's to put down roots here, though.
I found this when we were at the estate. I thought you should have it.
Is it? I think this is Mother's betrothal portrait from when she was supposed to marry the Comte. Look! You can see the ring.
You like it?
I love it. My whole life, Mother's always been so sad and worried. All because of my cursed magic. I always wished there was some way to take that burden off her. It's nice to have a reminder of a time when she still knew how to smile.
That's good. And we have our friendship up now, so she's officially our friend, which is funny because she's literally our sister, so I would hope so, right? Alright, let's take a save. Now, I would like to go do Anders' whole thing real fast. So we have here the Shoal of Dallas Data and the Bone Pit. I think it was in the Viscount's Keep, right? The chest that we couldn't hit. Let's go check. I think it was up here. I honestly don't remember. It could have also been inside the brothel. Let's see. Go open this for me, Varric. Indeed you can. Thank you very much. And we have some level ups. So, attributes. You can go on strength. Your nice even spread. She's not going to be with us much. Too much longer, but... Oh, as she is, I will keep upgrading her. I mean, likely she'll probably be dipped in, here and there when we have quests to do for her, so it probably is worth bumping her up. Alright, so Fireball scorches a larger area and is more likely to send enemies flying. Yep. I know we're pretty much just buffing Bethany's Fireball over and over and over again, but there is a reason for that. Since we don't have to worry about friendly fire too much, with the way that we are currently, it's just worth it to just spam it all over the place, to be blunt.
Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be.
Did we have a simple chest down here anywhere? We did not. Basically on Nightmare, almost all of your companion abilities like that are just useless unless you micromanage and constantly run your characters out of the way or set them all to ranged. So usually, unless I'm trying to prove a point and test myself, since I beat this game on Nightmare like 6 million times, I don't usually replay it on that. I kind of just chill. And then if I feel like a challenge, I'll do it, but it's not that fun to lose half your kit to stun lock in your own party, you know? Because in Origins, the friendly fire is like 25%, I think. Like damage-wise, you can hurt your own people, but it's not too bad. In this game, it is like 100%. Like, your cheeks are getting clapped by friendly fire in this. So that's the Magistrate.
Practicality is for peasants, milady. You need to do something frivolous to celebrate your birthright.
Such as...
Come up to the Hightown Market and complain bitterly that there's no Orlesian silk that matches your eyes.
But what if something does match my eye? What will I do then?
Insist that they're blatantly copying you and demand royalties. A good noble always has a complaint ready, sunshine.
Varric's relationship with Bethany is super endearing. He talks to her like she's a baby bird. It's really endearing listening to those two.
Quintus, can't I have just one drink?
I think I found something of yours.
Yeah.
I have never.
Alright, since I genuinely can't remember, let's go see if there's a chest up here that I had to fuck with.
I don't think I can do that.
Can you?
Not likely.
You can't. Was there a lockpick chest? There was.
See us by.
Thank you, Varric. So, attributes. As far as I know, as high as we need to take his constitution really is probably around 15. And then we'll probably, from 15, we'll probably go to like 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, something like that. But for now, let's just get his cunning up, because that's the crit damage. And then Dex is the crit chance. So you want to try and steady rock both of them up nice and slow if you can manage it. Alright. Fruit formula. Miasmic flasks are now available more frequently, and the stun effect lasts longer. We get an extra 2 seconds, and it's up 5 seconds faster. So that would be a pretty good shot. Fatiguing fog is also very good. They get pinned for an extra 7 seconds with this. What do we want for you, Varric? Not too interested in that. Rogue stealth moves to a targeted ally's side, appearing an instant later, ready to render aid. Armistice. The rogue distracts all enemies surrounding a single party member, drawing them away from that ally and redirecting them towards whichever ally each considers the second greatest threat. I think that's going to spam everything to Bethany, because I will be the biggest threat. I think anything else is just going to end up putting that on Bethany's table. Well, shit, I guess for right now, we can just buff Miasmic Flask. It's a stun pop. I'm not sure how long-lived Varric will be in our party either, but well, he has the time. And then I do want to go sink in that Rune of Fortune for some of our gear, so they'll start dropping more gold for us. Which is basically gonna buff the ever-loving shit out of our chance to get gold over and over and over again, because we need the money. I want to be able to buy things and spend if we ever run into some cool shit. And of course I also want to do things my way. I don't want to have to mess around with having to worry so much about what quest I need to be careful when I do, because if I do it the wrong way, then I'm not going to have money to do a quest the way I like, or now I'm going to be indebted to somebody. Like, I'm not interested in that. 13 armor. Sure. Enjoy. You go back. Give you a little buff too. Right. So now we have the Bone Pit and Magistrate Vernard. Going for 37 minutes. Maybe we won't have time to do Anders' whole thing this episode. We can certainly start the Bone Pit quest though. Uber, you remember me?
Here you're having problems with the Bone Pit. I can help.
Ah, finally someone comes to help me. You look a bit unseasoned, but I hope you'll do. I had to suspend operations. My workers are lost in the mines or have run off. Served me right for hiring Ferelden refugees.
You know you're about to do that again,
I sent
right?
others before, but no word. Perhaps they are putting me off. I need someone competent to figure out what is going on.
Your first mistake was naming your mine the Bone Pit.
Yeah, especially if you're hiring superstitious people.
Those fools say it's cursed. That is why I hire Fereldens. They may be dull-witted, but they're not superstitious.
Dull-witted, huh?
Mind what you say about my countrymen.
I was not referring to you, of course.
Of course.
My workers are a particularly desperate sort. They're lucky to work for me. Few in Kirkwall will hire refugees.
Right.
Surely the miners had good reason to leave.
I am at a loss. No miner has reported in, and no one takes me seriously.
The Bone Pit must be dangerous if people are afraid to venture there.
No, nothing like that. Pay no heed to local superstition. The Bone Pit is mostly harmless.
Mostly. How many people have died there exactly?
You said some of your workers are Ferelden.
Yes, all of them. An unruly lot, to be sure.
Surely the miners had good reason to leave.
I am at a loss. No miner has reported in, and no one takes me seriously.
What's the reward?
I will pay handsomely. The exact amount depends on what perils you face.
Certainly look into it.
I'll head there soon.
The sooner the better. Each day the mine is not running costs me more than those miners make in a year. The Bone Pit is just outside the city. Any map will show it.
Fair enough. And I suppose last but not least, let's just go wrap up this guy. Magistrate Vernard, we'll go talk to him, and then we are totally ready to head into the night cycle. Maybe I'll show the first nighttime cycle of Dragon Age 2. We do need to head out of the city soon as well. We've just had so much to do inside that I haven't managed to dip out, but we will be doing that soon.
Good day to you.
Let's see what this guy wants first.
You there, Ferelden. I wish to speak with you. You've gained quite a reputation with the Red Iron Mercenary Band. I find myself in need of someone with your special talents.
What can I do for you?
Is there something I can help with?
I am a magistrate in this city, and as such, I wish to hire you for a small, albeit important, job. A man I sentenced to a life in prison has escaped custody. He's been tracked to an abandoned ruin outside the city.
A request that should have been made of the guard.
Why is there such a clamor to catch this man? What has he done?
He's escaped. That's reason enough to catch him.
Is there anything else I need to know?
There is something, yes. There are creatures in the ruins. The guards I sent are ill-equipped to deal with such beasts.
Demons, I assume.
Do you know what manner of beasts they are?
I don't know what they look like. I've never seen one myself. The guards say these things have already torn through a full company of men.
It'd be easier to seal up the entrance and let the beasts take care of him.
I believe in justice, Ferelden, not unbridled slaughter. I will not let prisoners be eaten just because I don't want to get my hands dirty.
That is noble if you mean it, although a little misguided. I think certain crimes do warrant just being sealed off in a mine shaft to be eaten by demons. I wouldn't be above doing that to certain crimes.
I'm sure if you send in enough men this time, they'd do fine.
No. The more guards who know, the easier it is for this to get out. Those men gossip like old fishwives.
Fair enough. Sign me up.
I'll take the job.
Bring the fugitive in alive, quickly and quietly. Not only will you be well paid, you'll have the gratitude of a city magistrate. Useful for a refugee, wouldn't you agree?
I would. If you pay good, I work good. That's the general consensus there, my friend. So, main plot. We have Tranquility. We need to make 50 sovereigns, and we gotta do this whole Flemeth situation. But for right now, we do want to focus on this. Getting him up the way it is. The way it should be is Aveline to the ambush. We'll take care of that very soon, too. Have the bone pit, bait and switch, and magistrate's orders. And the premium content is just those packs we're yet to open yet. Online reward. We played this before and played the other titles type things. So, I suppose next episode then, I'll start with the nighttime cycle of Kirkwall. During the nighttime cycle of Kirkwall, obviously we'll be taking care of Tranquility. And then from clearing that out, we will head out of the city and go take care of the way it should be and all the little goodies for Sebastian Vale out in the process. And taking care of the nighttime cycle in Kirkwall will also take care of Sebastian's quest too. Because a lot of those mercenaries are actually in the city during the nighttime, so... That is where we will split this one up for now, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out my Patreon in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age 2. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.